Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. Thank you for coming back. And if you're here for the very first time, welcome. I hope you will find this a pleasant experience. So, I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. I think we're going to have a lovely, lovely week coming up. I hope it's going to be a good one. It feels like it's going to be a good one. I know it's going to be a good one on Tuesday because Tuesday is my birthday. Tuesday is my birthday. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I will tell you that the last time that I had a major celebration, I think, who was there? Catherine the Great, of course. I mean, she comes to all the parties, but, who else was there? Charlemagne was there, I think Moses. Anyway, you know what? It's a good thing I can kid, because if I had known that I was going to be this happy and life was going to be this good when I was younger, I would have taken much better care of myself. In any case, so it's Sunday evening. I want to spend this time sort of going through a few little things, nothing major, nothing serious. We did have our election. Why bother? And we are having an election here in Calgary later on this month, and that should be interesting. It should be interesting. So as we get closer to it, I'm going to see if I can't pick up on any of the vibes. But for now, it just feels like that. Anyway, all right. Let me take a look at some of the oracle cards and see what direction Spirit wants to take this in. And I am using the Divine Guidance deck by Cheryl Lee Harnish, and that goes with her, let me grab it here, the Return to Spirit deck, and she also has the Path of the Soul deck. So, not that I really needed another oracle deck, but I came across this one and I thought, oh well, when you have 2/3 of the set, you might as well have the whole set, right? So, let's see what Divine Guidance, what message Spirit has for us today. Oh, Divine Feminine. I like that. Heart and Mind. I like that too. And the third one, New Direction. There, take the glare off that. Wow, I like that. Divine Feminine, Heart, Mind, and New Direction. That is lovely, lovely energy. Yeah. Guiding us to get in touch with our Divine Feminine. And that doesn't mean just for the ladies. It is possible. Men can get in touch with their Divine Feminine. Why not? Why not? Why couldn't they? We and especially now, especially at a time like this, where there's There was marches yesterday all over the U.S. about women's rights and abortion rights and so on. And I've said this before on the channel. You know, you lose a lot of credibility with me when you stand outside a hospital and chant "My body, my choice," but then demand that a woman who has been, let's say, raped, assaulted, you know, whether she's 12, 22, 42, whatever, after she's been abused and she finds herself pregnant, and you say, oh, well, you know what? A life is a life. You must carry that. No, you gotta shake your head. Shake your head. See if it makes any noise. Yeah. So there. So, yes, get in touch with the divine feminine. Come from the heart, right? Which you're watching Heart-Centered Tarot. Of course you come from the heart. And you can take the heart to the mind, but you know, come from the heart. That's everything sort of begins and ends with that. And if you look at things from the point of view of the heart, you can see things in a lot of different ways, right? And there's it makes it possible to be understanding. It makes it possible to be kind. It makes it possible to be non-judgmental. You know, I try to live my life that way. There are times when I do not succeed. I do not succeed. Nope. And I can go full Karen on you if you want. But I do try. And that's all that I ask of myself. Hello? That's all that I ask of myself. And that's all that I ask of anybody else. Is just do your best. A new direction. Oh, very, very nice. New direction. You know, once you get in touch with your divine feminine, once you're able to look at things from the heart-centered mind, life opens up all kinds of new directions. There are all kinds of avenues and alleyways to explore that maybe you hadn't thought of before. You can see things that you hadn't seen before. People that you didn't think would come into your life come into your life. Ideas come to you that maybe you didn't think would ever come to you. I have been working on something for a while, and I've been kind of testing it out, and it's proven to be quite good. I'm quite satisfied with it, and I can share with you that it's my own deck. I was sort of encouraged by Spirit to put something together. It's not really a tarot deck. It's not really an oracle deck. It's more spiritually guided, intuitive deck. It's a few things. So I have been working with it. I have used it for several readings and have been getting a very, very good response. So once I do a little more work with it, I will share it with you. But for now, you know what? It's a new direction. That's someplace that I hadn't thought of of ever going before. And I'm encouraged. I am very, very much encouraged. So, let's see what the tarot cards have for us and where they would like us to go. And before I get into the tarot, you know what I forgot? I forgot a little prayer. So let me do that, and then we'll get on with the tarot cards. So I call on my guides, ancestors, angels, and abundant masters. Something's retrograding. To protect me as I receive and deliver these messages from Universal Spirit. May this reading and the messages provided be guided by and delivered with love, clarity, and truth. Reveal to me what should be known now, and keep from me what should remain secret. Guide me to always manifest the highest possible good for myself, my spiritual family, and humanity at large. Amen. Ascendant Masters like to show that they have a sense of humor sometimes. That's kind of what they did here. Alrighty. So, what do we want to know about this coming week? There's a new moon. Is it a new moon or a full moon? On the 6th. I think it's a new moon on the 6th, which is the time when you want to set your intentions for the things that you want. And I think it would be a good idea if we were all able to send some love, some compassion to all the Haitians that are at the U.S. border, to all the people in the Canary Islands that are dealing with the volcano and the destruction there, to the people of Afghanistan who have been left behind to deal with a mess that may not have been of their own making. Just think about all the people who are worse off than you are. Send them a little love. Send them a little compassion. And don't forget to be grateful yourself. Okay? The more grateful you are, the more grateful you will be able to be for. Does that make sense? No. The more grateful that you are, the more you will have to be grateful about. There. Okay. Whew, yeah, something's retrograding. My lips do not want to formulate what's happening in my head. Okay. So, the week coming, are we going to see an easing in the volcanic activity in the Canary Islands? And are we going to see sort of a lessening of the intensity of the earthquakes in Iceland, that they're afraid that their volcano may erupt again? So let's see what we have. Alrighty. We have 8 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the 8 of Cups, Temperance, and the King of Cups. So will there be an easing? there will be. Things will get a little better. Um, the government in the Canary Islands is very much on top of things. So, they're mastering what is happening. They're doing everything that they can. Um, they are encouraging their people and letting them know well ahead of time when they need to sort of leave the areas. And it's unfortunate for how many of them have lost their homes, and how horrible that must be to watch, to see everything that every emotion, every effort that you have put into your home. That's where your security is. That's where your memories are. That's where your children have grown up. That you can look around your house, and everywhere you look, there's a memory of something, someone. And to see that destroyed is just, I cannot imagine. My heart just, I just feel for them. I really, really, truly do. So things are going to get better. It is, we're going to require a little bit of temperance and understanding, so on. But things will get better, right? We've got the King of Cups, the king who, the father figure, whatever. So things are going to look better. Anyway, okay, let me take a look now at the situation in at the border with the Haitians. I really truly hope that that something can be done. There's people just want to live. They just want to be. They want to be free. They want to be given an opportunity to be happy, and to enjoy the fruits of their labor. To at the end of the day, be able to lay their head down in their own bed and say, okay, today was a good day. Right? So, all right, will things improve for the Asians at the border? Justice. Eight of Cups. The Knight of Wands. The Devil. And the Four of Wands. I do believe that there is a female who is going to step up and say, okay, enough is enough. There have been enough people who have been sent back, who have been forced to leave, who have been pushed out of the way. This is not how we do things. And justice and the sword of truth is going to come in and is going to say, look, these people are fleeing a horrible, horrible situation, and we need to welcome them with open arms, particularly considering how many people the American workforce has lost, how many workers around the world have been lost. So, yeah, I think the answers are going to come in fairly quickly. And of course, there will always be, those who are against anything and everything that the government wants to do, not because it's the government in charge, but because they just like to bitch and complain about anything and everything. So, you know what? To those people who say, well, thank you for your opinion. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it very much. God bless you. And ultimately, I think that there is going to be celebration. There is a solution to be found in all this. So it's as with anything, it's just a matter of thinking outside the box, right? Looking at new directions with heart and mind, right? Use the heart. Use the heart and see how decisions, how does it feel? And then go with that. Oops. What do we have here? I just spotted something as I went to shuffle that looked like it was. There you are. Okay. Yeah. All right. Card was facing the wrong way in the deck. Okay. The other thing that I'd like to take a look at very, very quickly, especially for here in Alberta, is, are we going to see our COVID numbers come down? We're almost at the point that, if someone's involved in a serious car accident, they may not be able to be treated because there are no beds. We're well past capacity, and I think we're going to have to start making some serious decisions, and the government is going to have to start making some serious and unpopular decisions. But you know what? Yeah, it is what it is, right? Okay, so will that improve? That has to do with money. Oh. Let me show you. Okay, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Two of Swords, making a decision. We've got the Tower. We have got the Three of Wands. And we've got the Magician. Okay. Are our numbers going to come down? No. Not immediately. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to think that innocent people are going to end up losing their lives because our infrastructure is failing, and our infrastructure is failing not because of anything that that the doctors and the nurses and first responders have done, and not so much anything that maybe the general public has done, but our government has really not done us any favors by waiting until they are absolutely forced to make a decision before making a decision. Why? Well, because they don't want to upset their donors. Because they don't want to upset the people who would normally vote for them, and they don't want to they don't want to say anything that might anger someone else, and that might give another party, another person, an opportunity to speak up. Oh, for heaven's sakes. We are going to have a Tower moment. We are going to have a time when when things are going to get unpleasant, where decisions are going to have to be made about who's going to get care and who's not going to get care. And, those are things that, we're going to have to put out there and see what comes in, And, we're going to have to be very creative in our solutions. We're going to have to be very creative in the things that we want to manifest and in things going forward. So take that as you will, but I think we've probably got a good 3 months of things being rather unpleasant before they start to get a little better. So anyway, I will leave you with that, and hope that we are going to have an excellent week ahead. I'm looking for all kinds of great things. If you have found anything beneficial here, please consider subscribing. Please consider giving the video a like. Ultimately, the more subscribers that I have, the more time I can spend on here, and I'll be able to do live readings, which means I'll be able to interact with you out there and take any questions that you have. That way, you're not just listening to me going blah, 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 blah. As much as I know you love listening to me, I'm sure that you'd rather that I answer some of your questions. So, until you're able to come and play again, take care of yourself. Have a great week. Don't forget to wash your hands often. And know that you are enough and that you are loved. So, with that, I say goodbye. Have a great one. Bye, folks.